Hi, this is Madman.
This is Morpheus.
And welcome to Home, a unique survival horror adventure by Benjamin Rivers.
Yeah?
And that name's so familiar, but I can't put my finger on it. You know what to do?
You might have made clear.
I remember that at the point it was finding myself alone. Oh, my head, where was I?
Oh.
It sounds familiar, doesn't it? We were just talking about a game called what's it, White Knight.
Yeah.
Started up the same thing. Same sort of thing.
It was so dark.
There was something by my feet.
A flashlight. Ah.
Ooh. Okay. Okay. That's a bed. Exception.
That
The
house,
house. Where was I?
Oh.
There was a body lying on the floor. Who was it?
Yeah.
Didn't realize the face. It was still kind of warm.
Oh, it's been killed.
I didn't realize the face was still kind of warm.
It's been killed. Oh, cat. Oh.
Meow.
I like cats.
Pussy.
Cat.
I always explore the first floor of every place. There's had a computer, some papers on it, and a single drawer. I didn't want to snoop, but I opened the drawer.
Yeah.
Yeah. You see pens and a blurry photo look like a store of some kind. Why do they look so familiar?
Because this is your own house?
Okay.
Maybe? Oh,
There's blood on the wall. Smelled fresh and sickening. I realised there was blood on my shoes and pants. Oh man, I have to get out of here.
Oh.
Oops.
Said something about getting fingerprints.
Downstairs we go. I noticed that I limped as I moved downstairs. How did I hurt my leg? I wondered. All I could really recall was coming home seeing Rachel. I was upset. She looked afraid. I shook my head and tried to clear it. I knew I should have head downstairs and try to find a way out. A thin grey mouse was stuck in the trap. It looked frantic but exhausted. Yeah, why not? Little shit.
Oh, okay.
Ooh.
Tools. A collection of rusty tools. These look like they've seen a lot of use.
Why aren't they in the shed? Or plasticky tools?
Oh.
Found a picture of a couple. It looked like it was being moved a lot. Seemed to be a switch behind it. Smoothing toward. I heard a faraway click somewhere.
Okay. Got a strange house. In the middle of the street. Not my house.
So full of books.
Local history and hunting seem like the owner. Okay.
A black and white photo looked like a man upstairs and his wife. I guess there was no reason for me to keep this. Did I take it? Yeah.
So the phone profit maybe help me somehow.
Our dining table covered in dirty dishes. For 2 people, there's dozens of beer cans and other liquor bottles among the dishes. The smell was turning my stomach.
Downstairs?
Yeah, went further down.
The clock?
Going 5 o'clock. Looked like I held my clothes were dirty and torn, and there was mud caked all over my shoes.
I thought it was blood.
The bathroom was spotless, everything in white sheen. I wonder it was the man's wife who did the cleaning on him. I need shit. There was a photo developed tray lying on the floor. Some leftover negatives were sticking out, but they were pretty blurry. Before I saw it look like treetops. Yeah.
So far, it's like
The front door was blocked by a pile of furniture. I know how to find a way out.
how do you know that that's the front door? Oh, okay. Someone taped that off. The switch on the wall appeared to have unlocked the door. Oh.
Oh.
This is. But there were marks on the floor. It's obviously been moved. Maybe I find a way though. Heavy box forward and finally get. Can we check the rest of the rest of that first? No. Didn't even go any further. Nope. All right. Let's go down then, I suppose.
That's a bit weird.
There was a ladder going down.
Not again at the floor. Found the house.
A
Couple of distance like they didn't want to be
in the same picture.
I wonder where the wife was. My leg was terrible shape. I had to get out.
It just sounds like a married couple. Normal married couple, maybe.
Footprints in the dirt looks like more than one. Kind of a lot of traffic.
Oh, what the hell was
Places overmarked top of the old map of the town, industrial estate near the river, various houses and even a water tower in an old rail station. Newspaper clippings from the local paper that were about murders in town over the last few years. Wait, there are photos of the house.
Of our
What the hell
house?
was going on? What the hell was that about? Maybe I should have looked around more, try to find some kind of information. A work table covered in papers, dirt, and handgun. Yes, I did. I took the small handgun into my pocket. It weighed somehow was showing. So dark down there, and air smells stale and putrid. I couldn't believe what I saw. What was this place?
Yeah, it's really strange to find a gun in a house.
And a desk! Desk cave with some grime and a stack of old faded paper covered with what looked like names. The scratched out illegible notes were written beside them in faded blue ink. I could only make out a few letters. Ralph.
Crudely made shells. They looked like they were gonna hold cans of corrosives.
What's this? Looked like a cage. It was small. There was something coated bottom. Something wet.
Okay. Is that a bed or that green thing next to you?
It's a stair.
Oh, that is. Right.
Actually, I want to shut that door out before we
Yeah. Sorry, it was like a little. How big is this house?
Well, it goes underground. There's There looked like bones half dug into the ground. Remains looked old, faded clothes stuck on much of dirt. Looked familiar. Looked like the clothes that a woman was wearing.
In the
photo I found.
Was this the man's wife?
Oh dear.
Was he a murderer?
Was it his wife? Or explains why she looked a bit distant. Some kind of homemade rack slung together with poorly cut wooden rope. It was caked with old blood. Somebody
didn't
use that, didn't they?
Let's go down then. Some kind of old boxes. They look like that they were years old.
Old clothes.
Wait a minute.
Clothes I remember throwing out after Rachel and I moved into town. What the hell are they doing here?
Alright, so this is our house?
I was scared now before. I was terrified now. Why were the photos of our house there? And these clothes? Was that why I was there? I checked my back pocket and realised my wallet was missing. Did I come to that house or did somebody bring me? Was there anyone there? Was I hearing things?
Oh, we're definitely here. Oh, God. Bats. Are we in a cave?
Yeah, it's on the ground.
Oh,
And I
okay.
noticed in the broken ladder I had to be careful.
Oh, okay.
There was a rope hanging. I was just as I was taking it.
Yeah, just
Easy to descend, and there was some bones.
pull it inside you. You. Oh, you can use it for.
Oh, I found one. They're kind of like,
Yes.
yes.
This
I
feels.
could hear a faint hum and smell before it got worse.
This feels like an old 80s point and click type adventure.
Mhm.
A
Bunch
bunch
of
of
old
old
newspapers,
newspapers.
weight pasted together. Mercy had hastes made on it. Keep out danger due to caving.
Okay.
Ooh, it's gonna be an omelette. I can still feel a faint impression of rope had slid down as I pressed against the heavy metal door. I was probably for the best I had jumped. The ache in my legs was passing of worse. If I could have, I thought I would have run straight out of this awful tunnels. Who will keep such a place? At least I thought I had found that old gun. It seemed to work. From the smell of it had been used already. I kept the gun in my pocket. It seemed familiar. Wait there.
Hmm. So maybe it's his gun.
Dirt on the ground looked wet and there was grass made in it. Disgusting, it was a mess, filthy garbage bags, with rips and tears in most of the bags. Like an old videotape was sticking out.
Yeah, why not?
Wasn't sure what I hoped to discover in the tape, but I took it anyway.
Maybe some Saturday morning cartoons.
Oh, you always hope for the best, yeah. I could hear a faint trickling sound like water. What was that?
Exit.
Just a kitchen knife covered in drying blood. A thing about made me sick, but you want to touch it, but I think, yeah.
So, oh. Okay. I wasn't sure, but I thought it was some kind of regulator. What is this place? What else did I don't know? It'd be funny if it just said, you were dead, you flooded yourself. Is this a puzzle? Go, I'm guessing.
That sounded like a fail, that's it.
Yeah. Definitely sounds like we're gonna do them in order.
Mm.
What we're gonna have to find is a musty smell.
As the rusty ladder sunk into the wall with smell, I
Disgusting.
knew I climbed down and maybe I could find a way to drain the putrid water.
Ah, that's what we're gonna do.
Right.
2, then 4 maybe? No. Oh, do we have to keep turning it?
Mm-hmm. Ah. There you
One.
go. Oh,
Number 1.
no, I can't turn it, remember. There you go.
Ah, there you go.
So I'll keep turning. This looks like a water
Fine.
drained at the gate with a small metal key left floating. Yeah.
So it said it was an odd shaped key. So maybe it's for. Oh, it is.
Safety post has definitely seen better days. How old's this facility?
Yeah. The door's locked. Is that blood? Oh,
I found another dead body. A sewer worker by the wounds all over his face. Figure he's been stabbed repeatedly.
there was a keyring sticking around the man's. I
The
thought about
knife I
it.
had found with some disgust. It's almost where he's going to grab.
Lovely.
Security camera in the room. There must have been a way to see what's happened. Maybe the VHS tape I found could be useful.
Ah.
So we're gonna check them again.
I was feeling even more sick from seeing another dead man.
There was a hint of fresh
air.
Yeah. Must have been near an exit, but I wonder what did the followed on the sewer worker do, and what was on the videotape I found.
Same. Must been at the other end of the ventilation shaft. Whoever used it could have crawled through. I made my way up the ladder as best as I could on my leg. Would I really need that gun or that knife before the
I
end?
wonder what was on the VHS tape, or in that locked room. Should I have gone back to check? But we did.
Yeah. Suddenly I lifted the heavy lid above me. I could smell fresh
Old pine trees.
leaves.
We're outside.
Oh. Oh, we were. It's to an ancient water tower. No, it's. Wasn't sure of it poking around up there. Yeah, it's got. There's an arrow. Tried the little key. I fished out the murky puddle. It fits. Okay. Let's not go through there yet.
Oh, I saw eyes.
Oh.
There you are again.
Do you want to go up the ladder then? And then we can. The ladder that we found. I'm saying we could go up the ladder.
Old train station was quiet as a tomb. The only sound was increasing wind.
Are we back in the house?
No, trains. Have you been paying attention? We're at a train station. Reaching to the booth was falling apart, covered in dust and grime. Stacks of paper lined the counter. Faded remains of old schedule and reports. Some morning papers were.
I'm not that fast.
You were looking sheets covered in scribes and illegible notes. Come to think of it, the man in the house had kept some scribbles hidden on the bookshelf. He had notes on the water tower inside out too. I guess he could have been coming here, but why? What was he using his old station for?
Well, we could check out the water tower. That was outside and then outside.
Check the rest of this place before I leave. Could be something. Oh. I saw someone appear behind me. A little map.
That's on the wall.
Looks seemed familiar. Of course, the map I found in the tunnels had some locations marked. The notes I found. It's most mentioned the water tower, even this train yard. What was he doing coming back here?
I guess we'll find out when she said the water tower.
What can I say?
Oh, okay. That's it.
An old train was ripped open, hanging from thread metal as well as a broken fence. dog stained cloth, synthetic, like some kind of outerwear. Inside a train shell, I could see a few faint impact like wounds. It could have been bullet marks or somebody shot there. The ground was well worn. I couldn't really make out anything. I realised I was touching the gun I found.
Okay, so you're getting. Well, he's getting a bit angsty.
It was
Yeah, it's
getting cold out here.
man. I
I'll
had to
keep
keep
moving.
I guess it's
I mean, what would you go a bit antique if you come to a place that's unfamiliar with
don't think I would hold the
and
gun.
no one about?
Yeah.
No one knocking about.
I don't think I would hold the gun though.
It will shit me up.
Oh, well, I don't think I'd hold a weapon. Okay, so there was through there and then the water tower. What?
There's enough.
That was mentioned on the map, I think. Who was walking around? Notes on this place, but I couldn't find it.
That's just a good back from there.
Use the signpost. Yeah, I mentioned a river. Washroom.
Maybe in the washroom, but there's some feel like that. Come back to that when I need to.
There it is. Old ladder.
Okay, claw marks. A patch of smeared dirt and grass. There was a beat up or wallet. Yeah,
I thought it was
I
mine.
slid the filthy wallet into my back pocket. I noticed it didn't contain any gun permit. In fact, it didn't contain any cards of ID or any kind. I thought I should recover my credit card and driver's license at least. From the rail, I could see over the woods and down into the sewers I had come through before. Did someone definitely come out and see me? Claw marks. That's it, was it?
What would your wallet, if it is your wallet,
Uh,
be doing up here?
I had a sense of falling there for some reason. I almost had a really bad sense of vertigo.
Yeah.
I was like, ooh, well, I felt like, ooh, I'm gonna fall if I go any further.
Let's go into. You can actually click on them, you know.
Oh, hi. Right, we've got two entrances. One there, one there.
Well.
And eyes give appearing.
Oh.
What's
What's
this?
that?
Trampled into the dirt grass was a plastic card of some kind. Brush it off. It was his credit card. I'm sure it was still valuable, but it was mine. Yeah. I hope I can find my driver's license still.
What?
I thought a fence I could see. A dilapidated outbuilding. I wonder if I could find a way around.
Yeah, probably through.
One sec, that's the entrance.
Are you gonna go through the
I was
entrance?
just checking. Play way back.
He picked it up and he said it's not his credit card. But you picked up. Oh, that's so weird. Oh,
Three.
3.
Whoa.
A few things.
Yeah, is it?
Let's start clicking.
Okay, so look, there was a fire pit here. It was still a bit warm and a few embers still burned at the bottom.
It's dangerous.
This folding camp chairs, so ground one was looked over. There were a couple of cans of beer spilled on the ground. A cheap dome tent slept 2
2 people.
people. I shone my flashlight inside. I could see some bed rolls, 2 backpacks, and a cooler. You want to go off a beer before you give the day.
Oh, bees.
No, it's not.
Oh, it's a light. Sorry.
No.
No.
Okay.
No.
Guess I found a way around. Ground missing a small patch and it looked almost clean.
What's this?
A musty wooden plank propped the stored home. It didn't really seem useful. Don't know why, but I'm thinking it.
I wasn't. It was filthy and disgusting. I want to get away with it as soon as possible.
What did I take the plank of wood for?
Maybe it might help us form something, Cliff. Get us across the ledge, or what's that? Oh, this is confusing.
Oh.
Are we?
I finally found the exit.
Exit.
Once I've left, I never wanted to return there. Finally, that campsite had me strangely unsettling. I could imagine why anyone would abandon their site in the middle of the night, especially in the dark forest. I was relieved at least to finally be out of there. Even now, as I peered through the dense trees, I could see cracks of light in a bit of the land beyond. Must have been getting closer to the town, but where exactly was I?
That is a good question.
Hmm?
Where are you?
Well, we're on the road.
You've walked for literally miles.
As I saw through the gate, I suddenly realised 2 autopod factories where I had worked since for all those years.
It's a good movie, The
The
Machinist.
plant was closed almost 3 years ago, and the town was better then. I thought I could hear a faint rustling behind me. Maybe it was just the wind.
Oh, this is proper city now. We're going to the city. Oh,
I heard a body security guard just stood his no doubt. His face was covered with blood from some kind of head wound. I wonder what was. What? A blunt wound on the guard's head. It looked like again the flashlight was carrying. Oh please no. I dug in the ground and cracks with no watch. First my wallet, now they still receive my watch.
which was useless. Again, the itchy feeling that you've killed everyone.
What my voice is it?
You're going crazy, sir.
Oh.
Oh, are you? Oh,
I felt that.
depends with Tossed Lake, so. Okay. Little electronic box. Danger, close repairs. A large power box filled with lights on the cables burst on the box. And I'll starting aware. So this is a power station, of course.
I gotta turn power to that before anything else. Here we go. Every part of this plant smelled old and rotten. I noticed an old bulletin board on the wall. Board contained yellow clippings of a newspaper cartoon to notices where notes to from guys that worked here. One of them was Norman, who was one of the older guys on the line. Oh, power panel looked like it was shut off.
There was a photo of a woman taped to the inside, but it's scratched out. That's oh, great.
Ah, right. It's green, so what's in? There you go.
Tight shit.
Well,
I would say maybe the thing downstairs has been turned on, but let's check this floor.
Well, I checked to the table. An old brick table. The lady does. We came up, didn't we?
so let's go down. Oh, that thing upstairs might work. Unless there's more things to press. This was Norman's locker. The door was dented, like someone just punched it. Ah. Yeah. Yeah. Weird. Crammed with misfaced tools. I took the hammer. I noticed it wasn't like dust.
Oh. For some reason it was new.
Yeah.
Ah.
Oh. Okay, so maybe I'll...
You got it again? No.
Oh, there's another one next to it.
Ah. There you go. It's just got to keep moving about the place.
It's a weird structure to have
There you go.
these scattered around the whole building.
Yeah, but why have them scattered about? It's a bit stupid, don't you think?
Very. Oh. Oh. Are we alone now? Oh, this is my locker. There in the factory. It stank of booze. There was a picture of Rachel on the inside. It looked like it had been torn up. I thought I had taken that picture home when the factory closed. Was he, I was gonna say, was he an alcoholic? But it might not be his booze. Maybe the thing downstairs has been turned on. That might be the noises actually. Oh yeah, the lights are green. The power's back on. Arrest the old regulators. What the hell is that? Oh, something on the floor. Hello? Okay. 4 French for mine. Step through the door. A rack of flashlights hung on the wall, one of them were missing. It was probably the security guard. The stale scent of the old factory gave away the brisk odour of pine trees and dirt. The path beyond was dark, and my flashlight barely illuminated anything. I wonder if it had been taken from this factory. He was just doing his job. Maybe he knew what was going on in that boarded up room. The path lead back in the tower. Oh, car. Oh, interested. Judging by the rust, it had been there for a while. We're playing Fallout. 8-bit style. You were suddenly attacked by super mutants. The garbage bin was a disgusting mess of rotten food. Oh, it was my driver's license. It looked damaged. I was amazed. I found my credit card and no less. I took the card into my wallet. Sounded like it was going. I entered Norman's place. This was the back of the store that he ran. He was...
Hold it quiet.
Are these his memories? Do you think?
Oh, it is.
The entrance to the front? It just seems very, everything's together and he knows everything.
There's a bit of blood on the keyhole.
Ooh.
I wonder if it's actually he's been doing all the...
Could it be?
Good thing. TV?
TV still flickers some in describe. Oh no!
Oh
Oh
no,
no!
can't believe it. What was he?
No man.
Norman, my co-worker, and one of the few friends I had this time, lay dead beside his armchair. His face, shirt were covered in blood. Like he's been shot trying to get up. His eyes were still wide with shock. Norman, you deserve better than this.
I wasn't sure if I wanted to give him peace or if I just couldn't stand to think about what's going on. Quickly, I closed Norman's eyes. Well, you did find a gun in the house you were at, so this is looking more like he's the.
Instigator.
Yeah.
Just trust me, smell fresh. I didn't dig through that much, did I? Yes, you did. Found a hairpin amongst the rotten food and trash and boxed it. Ooh, table.
I guess this was Norman's kitchen table. He kept it clean enough, but there was water rings around 2 cups. So there were 2 people here.
Someone's been there.
And if 2 cups means they were a friend, you wouldn't with an enemy, would you?
I came upstairs, yes, but I didn't go to the right. The spider shock already find Norman that day. Saying this to my coworker, it's one of Rachel's old coats.
What?
What was it doing here?
She okay?
Oh, I get it. She had an affair. She had an affair, Norman.
What's that, a gun cupboard?
Inside the cabinet was small but hunting rifles, shotguns, even a few items I didn't think that were illegal here. One of the slots of the rack was empty. A gun I found seemed to match the others there. If the handgun was Norman's, what the hell was he doing with it?
Yeah, so it's the gun from the place where
The gun would fit there. Did it place it back in the cabinet?
Yeah.
Are you sure you want to put the gun away?
If it fits and felt a great burden lifting.
Yeah, but I mean,
Oh, and got
close to call.
a close call. Do you think it would have gone off in a pocket or something if we didn't put it back?
Unless if we got found with it.
I used a hairpin. Yeah, maybe. But we still got a bloody knife then.
A general store was small but was clean. Had usual things, postcards, snacks, magazines, canned food. I never went there much, but Rachel usually stopped there at work if needed anything. The register was mostly empty, flat stack of travel magazines sat beside.
Unless it was Rachel that killed him. Those various postcards.
Doors and traps of the water tower. It looked like it'd be much better shape then. Norman was dead, but I had no idea why I was. Was he involved in all this somehow, or just another victim? The gun I had found only seemed to complicate matters. It was such a relief finding rid of it. Home wasn't far off now, even though the rain was relentless. I had to keep going. Don't think we're going to find anything supernatural here.
Yeah.
The thing is,
Just a lot of doors. More doors.
a lot of doors.
You could say a door. I don't know, close to it. Lucky. Not to my house. A little sticking out of it. If someone had pushed it all the way in, I knew it wasn't right, but yeah. There's no return address. Oh, it was addressed to Norman.
Stay away, she's mine.
Oh,
That was it. No signature, no other information.
you may be right. You may be right.
Yeah.
Oh, there's blood on the wall next to this one.
I've entered out back. The rain gave me a terrible sense of foreboding, and it would chill me through the clothes. I was expectant but also afraid. I have a funny feeling he's actually got revenge. I held my breath as I approached our back door. I was
I was
terrified to step
terrified to
inside.
step in.
The house was painfully quiet. Only sound of my breathing. I flicked the light switch on the door and the power was off. I
Oh,
remember having breakfast at this very table. Was that yesterday or sometime before? Wait, how did he kill a lot of people without someone noticing something?
well, it feels like that.
What's this? There's a small pile of mail on the floor in front. I saw how long I've been away. Why Rachel picked it up? Wait, because you killed her, you motherfucker. There was a credit card bill there, did open it, yeah. Wrote on the bill and read it. To my surprise, it said something about cancelling my credit card due to non-payment.
What the hell?
What the hell? I swear.
Front door. We can go upstairs, I think.
I'll give you a tenner if you find her dead.
What, you give me a tenner if...
Oh, sends a tenner if I found her. I found the last piece of malware. No photo of eye. She started. It said back at me and reminded me of better times. It didn't make me feel terribly comfortable.
Feeling like I had got part of my life back. Still the image made me uneasy. Why had I thrown it away? Oh. Stolen identity.
A television I had purchased before I knew I was going to lose my job. I felt pretty guilty about it afterwards, but then it was too late. Oh, debt spiraling out of control. She had enough of it. Canoodled up with someone who had a bit more money. He finds out, gets jealous, goes into a rage,
and then has amazing.
and kills someone, and finds out that some of his workmates knew about it and probably killed them.
The books were half mine, half Rachel's. Hey, now that I'm like, what course they look like, the man and that. Those, what did it say?
Yeah, it said the guy had the same kind of books.
Oh.
There was a suitcase on the bed. It was Rachel's. I remember it from trip to out west. I owned those suitcases. I'm unsure what they made of the suitcase contents, but inside a few days were clothes, some toiletries, and a train ticket. Was she planning to go? Yeah, man, she was planning to fuck off.
Well, she was leaving them. Oh,
Well,
mirror.
I wonder having smashed to the piece scattered on the floor. Him punching it, maybe? Our sink, which needed to be replaced, one of the taps always stuck, but I haven't got around fixing it. Lucky enough to get a house with one of those wonderful claw-footed bathtubs. Nothing there anyway.
For fresh showers.
The bedroom. Oh. My laptop had been left on and only my tiny bit of power left. On the screen was a website about old water tower.
Oh.
There was a key on top of the drawer of my desk. Yes. I put the key. What about the old tower? I checked it, there was nothing really there.
There was a locked...
yeah,
wasn't there a locked door around there?
Downstairs. You said it's gone to the basement, he's trying to turn the power. That's it, I locked the door at the basement.
Oh, okay. The basement's normally where all the things are kept. Skeletons. So we got...
There were old clothes, tools and other things I haven't found out yet. I put up this divider wall last summer so we could create a separate room in the basement. I'm finished it yet and the door was stuck and the dryer was poorly installed. I might be able to break through if I had something heavy though. Okay.
What about the bin bags and stuff?
There was all
Oh, we still have like videotape, don't we? Garbage bag. Oh,
There's an old key down here.
Yeah, should take it.
Yeah, I took a small key. Trying to remember what it unlocked.
a locked door in the house before? Pretty sure we did. This doesn't make any sense. Of course it doesn't. I wish we could look at keys and stuff. Rachel was pretty angry that I realised. Oh.
That I realised.
All the way at the top, maybe? Or maybe like it.
I fell in the basement and locked the door. The room that had been tossed around, furniture was a mess. Did someone break in here?
Oh.
This. It was an old crowbar.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, we used to smash the door in anyway.
By the looks of the crowbar, it's been broken a few times. I mean, well used. Ah. What the hell? Heave.
Step through the broken wall, my breath caught my throat. This was it. Was Rachel down here? Is she okay?
Oh god. Don't.
Look.
This looks a lot like the old house that we were in.
Don't look. A filthy looking pile of rags have been dumped in the corner. Stench of stones off, but maybe my eyes water. I was terrified I even touched the pile to see what they were in, but I knew I had to, come after all this searching. So I seen what was within the rags. Oh no, my hands trembled as I pulled back the layers of cloth. Then sent underneath the dirt mess was my beloved Rachel. Her arms were bruised and slashed repeatedly. Her clothes were ripped, torn, even though all the sickening blood was as she'd been stabbed to death. The knife I carried all this way from me seemed like poison. Who did this to you? I wonder if I had seen.
I thought about
Wondering if it could be help me figure out who'd done this. When I couldn't take it out, I stepped away, shaking legs, and made my way back upstairs. Feeling exhausted from my journey, I could no longer resist the urge to close my eyes.
Grim discovery. It was my wallet. In context, either I dropped that stuff or somebody else did.
Maybe I was sleepwalking again, or maybe someone stole it from me. No one stole that forest water tower. I was at those places before. I don't see how it could have happened any other way. I must have been one of those to lose my wallet, its contents. But what does it mean?
I don't.
That means you're a raving psychopath, dude. And what the hell are we supposed to do now? Leave?
Yeah, I suppose. Perhaps finally run. Didn't we? Maybe we should check the water tower?
Again?
Well, it said there was something definitely with the water tower. Well, it didn't really. And we still have the VHS tape. Oh, if I see the VHS tape. Thought about this more. I need answers. Well, that's on the floor. There's something on the floor there. Oh.
Yeah, so there's along the basement.
We still got that VHS tape, and that would tell you who killed. Going over everything.
Where was that TV? Go back to where that TV was upstairs.
Yeah, I used the VHS to see who killed the security
It'll be
guard.
him.
I don't think it has to be.
Now, from now on, I have no one to get angry with for stupid things like buying this TV. Just thinking about things that made me sick with grief. Just, oh, lad.
Okay, oh, what's that?
I still had no idea what was on that tape I found in the garbage.
Only if I wait to watch it. That is what we're trying to find out.
Obviously, you're long since broken down and never bought to replace it. What about that shop?
Yeah,
What's that?
there's a letter. There's been someone from the neighbourhood, or at least someone wanted. Did he murder Rachel?
No way, no one ended up dead himself. Whoever sent him that frightened letter must have got to him. But who the hell was that?
I think,
You.
Yeah, I think we'll have to find these bits and then we have to answer the questions. Before we can leave. Oh, safe.
My
Wow.
old office safe sat on the floor. I used to keep my tax records over in point times. Used to steal password log, but I didn't have the code. Maybe I left it somewhere. Oh, great. Now we're searching for his bloody password.
Hey, what happened earlier on today when you're like, oh, can't remember my password?
Yes, I'm the murderer. Die.
Laptop. Oh, some notes and newspaper in the drawer.
Okay.
Yellow.
There's a yellow sticking out with.
Take it, yeah.
Yeah, auxiliary code looked like might be for the safe. What kind of phrase is that, though?
Does it say murderer?
There's your dirty, filthy, psychopathic killer. Scumbag.
Could work to pull out a small safe door.
Okay, so there was a photo in there of Rachel when I first moved out. Inside was my front of the house, looked like a real mess. You looked happy though. Odd, I couldn't remember who took that photo. Inside the safe was also an envelope. For it read, "Do not wait until I tell you." I guess this was a good time as any.
There was a letter written in the hand that looked familiar.
It read, "I know the whole event is probably pretty difficult. You can't imagine how hard it's been for me too. Well, maybe you can. Isn't meant to be an excuse, but well, I hope you can be better understanding that why I've done what I've done. Moving into this town seemed like such a dream, a quiet place to get established, to live out our lives, to be together. But you know as well as I do that things quickly change. Your drinking was one thing, but you grew more distant as you retreat into the world of yours. Well, it was clear that you didn't need me as much. In fact, maybe you never needed me at all. But it took all this to make you realise. In the end, though, you may never forgive me for this. You may never. It's probably for the best. You'll be healthier for this. Just sorry it had to happen this way, Rachel. She was leaving your ass.
She didn't leave him.
Daunting, isn't it?
Can we leave the house now?
One of the best consoles I ever played.
What's that?
This was an old photograph of the older man
Oh, the man.
and his wife, I assume. I found it in the house. I recall the faded remains I found deep underneath his house. What had he done there? Well, what did I think was that man and father somehow?
Probably.
Definitely. There was tunnels, odd tools. His house and remains
Of his
of his
wife.
wife. He wasn't innocent, all that for sure.
He wouldn't go and kill the guy's wife, would he?
Or maybe it's his daddy.
That's it.
Yeah, it shows some of Rachel's travel books. Oh,
Needed to
that's there.
escape.
That was the same. What did that mean? Right, come here. Within a few broken pieces of remains of mirror, see my face grown pale and weak. But again, it was like I didn't actually expect a reflection.
I felt drained.
Perhaps I would never know that mirror came to broken. That's
Was it by
by
Rachel
Rachel's silence or by Rachel herself. I always thought the thought lingered to haunt me forever.
It's kind of like, oh, Rachel's dead, but I still like my bathroom.
Nice to know his priorities are a bit warped. Nothing more.
Well, yeah. Can we go back in the basement to see her body?
Creepy, but okay.
It seemed like I had seen all
Oh,
there
it was. Maybe I thought I was ready to go back
Go
into the basement.
basement.
Okay.
Maybe that wouldn't be anything.
One last
Fine.
look.
Maybe it's all in your head, friend. If I was guilty, I could take.
If I was good, could I take this to safe place and do something about it? Did I pick up the knife?
Oh, you mean seppuku?
And it would end one way or another.
I don't think we should kill ourselves over. Unless we truly.
If I felt guilty,
Yeah, unless we
committing
truly,
suicide is the last thing.
truly know what is actually going on.
No, if I really felt guilty, guess where you go? You hand yourself to the police and be punished properly.
Well, there's nothing for here, no reason to stay in the house. Did I leave? Living in this town hadn't been easy. The plant had helped me some. It kept me in line, gave me something to do, and it helped me get away from my past. I guess that was when I had started sleepwalking.
I had MRIs, piles of those reports, but nothing seemed to, not even drinking. But I swear I've tried to give it up. I know the sleepwalking never really went away though. But I know Rachel had tried, and know she had tried to be there for me, even when everything was falling apart. This night on the earth tells truth, but I knew it was a final act of long-standing horror I've been living. Waking up in that house tonight was a final cruelty, of which I remained unconscious in that room forever. But it was obvious to me that the man I had found in that house had something to do with this all. He could have killed Rachel. It started to seem that there was too many things I had seemed to think otherwise. Now I thought of it, those sewers were a terrible mystery. What happened there? I was looking my way to even find my way out of there, but I never find out what was on that tape.
Well, maybe it's shown to me.
I found the contents of my wallet. It's got a few times. Why the hell have I been out there? I'm actually going into new extremes. I thought I couldn't have accounted for my whereabouts, but I knew I had been in the forests. Even Norman's place, well, it was terrifying. I didn't know what was that meant, but at least I had recovered my things, and hopefully that would recover my tracks, so I wouldn't be blamed for all this. The tangled mess of the horrible forest was an experience I never want to repeat, but going from that forest to the old plant was hardly a relief. Rachel, that place. After the factory, I thought I might find some source if I could just get to know a store, but all I found there were more horrors, more questions. Now, I really considered that, even I should have seen it coming. Damn, Norman, how did you get back to this? I know you weren't a perfect man, but none of us are. You didn't deserve this. Maybe whoever done you in was responsible for the other murders in town. At the very least, I was convinced you and Rachel were killed by the same person. See, I hope you will find some peace, my friend. I never knew would. When I marched through the rain towards home, I desperately clung to the hope. I guess in a way it did, but how could I have known how hopeless as it was? I started to feel as disoriented when I sleepwalked. To think of it now, I guess I should have known from the terrible silence it with me when I was first stepped into a house. Stood in there in the kitchen. There was no sound of television, radio. Even the air was still, but seeing Rachel there lying ruined and discarded in the basement, that horror I could never have imagined. I did not know if I even find the answers carved I craved, but I knew somehow that other man I found was responsible for this. If not directly, he must have had a hand in Rachel's death. So, what was I doing in that damn house of his? Had I found out? Had I killed him? My damn condition made it difficult to know. Memories, time frames were always a mess. I could never be sure. Knowing that a man was dead, though, was a cold comfort. My wife was gone, and no matter what happened to me now, I was lost forever. As I swung open the door, I stepped out into the air. I caught a scent of wet grass and fog. Rachel, my beautiful wife, must have fought her again, cold and earth shook me from head to toe. What would I do now? Who could I turn to? It would be only a matter of time before the police got involved, before the neighbours knew.
What's happening?
What?
Sounds like he's walking.
In front of the lawn, soft given beneath feet. I couldn't shake the urge that I should have stand there. I should run.
Oh, you have to do that. Save the video. Oh,
Ooh.
save it.
Think we're missing.
Yeah, we didn't get the video cassette. We didn't get the damn key for the slipping away. So we kind of just.
This is
Oh,
why Nancy watch your back.
Oh wow! That's a,
Wow!
wow, that's like a.
That's rather okay.
So there's
The end.
multiple endings to this, but oh. Wow, that was something. So do you want to say goodbye to everyone? Okay, well,
Anyway,
have a good one.
laters.